Yes guys, welcome from me, Championship Manager 0102, the Three-Man Network game, Season 135 concluded, and you can see the result right there. The title is back to Manchester City in quite stunning fashion. It was Pep's to lose. Pep was looking to end one fucking hell of a drought of not winning the title, but that's going to go on yet another year. His last title came in 21-22. He's going to have to wait to the 50s now before he can maybe, possibly, potentially get a title. But he led the way for so long, and you've got to feel for him. There you see how long he led the title for. But it all went wrong for Pep. He lost some crucial games. Now, he's very lucky, really, because when he was losing games, I was losing games. And at this point, Ian, who was a long way off at one point, he ended up only 5 points off the title. So it was a bit unfortunate. If that had gone on much longer, maybe Ian would have made a late surge. But for Pep, it was the same old story. He was fucking devastated. I mean, let's see if we can get to these last games. It took the last game of the season. It was in my own hands. I just had to win. And as you can see, I did. Pep won. And that weren't an easy game for Pep. But as you can see, the penultimate game, all I had to do was draw at Pep in order to win the title, and we were fucking beaten. And that was a little bit. I was a little bit angry, to say the least, to be honest with you. Prior to that, I'd beaten Man United, so there were some massive games going on. Pep drew at Newcastle. I drew, so we were slipping up left, right, and centre. To be honest with you. Pep was beaten at Fulham. Man United drew. Pep scraped the win. Where was it? Now he drew in Middlesbrough. Look at that. That was a shock. That was. We were both losing points all over, but nevertheless, it was all about crossing the line. And I repeat what I always say: the EPL is paramount. That is primarily that is a competition for me to win. So, let's talk about then the League Cup now. Now, the League Cup was an interesting one because, for me, the League Cup was important for Manchester City. We won the League Cup. We beat AI second tier in the final. And the reason that was important is because that was the only competition to elude me. I'd won the FA, I'd won the League, I'd won the Champions League. It was all about the League Cup. So that was a very important competition. And to win that in the same year as winning the title was very, very important. And impressive. I'm going to give myself a little pat on the back there. So we won the League Cup. Very, very happy with that. So job done. I'm not saying we're going to leave Man City because there's very few jobs out there that I would fucking take, to be honest with you. But now would be a good time to leave, in all honesty. But I don't think anybody could. What is it those players say in CM? They can't meet my demands. Let's have a look now at the next competition, the FA Cup then. The FA Cup went to. Drum roll. Pepe did it. He did it. He beat me undeservedly. He beat me in the final. Pep claims the FA Cup, and I think, he'll be. I won't say happy. He'll be content because at that stage we still had those last two games to go. So well done to Pep. He won the FA Cup, and finally, the Champions League. Now, we'll give you a little bit of a spoiler here. We'll go to me first. I was eliminated at the semi-finals, and I was fucking livid because the old team Chelsea, they beat us at our own ground 2-1. I was still confident. I could go to Stamford Bridge and win 2-0. But as you can see, we didn't win 2-0 at all. We were fucking destroyed. So we were eliminated in the Champions League at the semi-final stage. So I was not fucking happy. And as you can see, Ian joined Pep. Ian won at home to Pep 3-1 in the first leg of the Champions League, and the second leg was absolutely remarkable because Pep was 3-1 up, Pep was 2-0 up and in control. It then went 2-1, 3-1, we were going to extra time, and then Ian just took control with 2 goals in extra time as he advances to the final. So, Ian versus Chelsea AI in the final. Chelsea finishing 4th, of course. Ian needed to salvage his season. And he didn't do it. It was Chelsea AI. He even said on chat, he goes, I got a feeling I'm going to lose this. And he was beaten. So the AI motherfuckers win the Champions League again. Ian ends up trophyless, and what that probably means is these players that we're all looking at, the Zlatan regen, particularly Osterberg and Sanchez, the chances are more than likely they're going to want to leave. Because they're the Champions League holders. So credit, I mean, he's a quality goalkeeper, he is. So credit where it's due to Chelsea, as much as that pains me to say to AI. Unlucky to Ian. Ian, I would imagine we're going to see an overhaul at Ian. I know how Ian works. He'll look. He's got some good players. I think he's just had a bit of a bad run. Pep, agonisingly close, but another year passes. Another title goes begging, and this has been closer than ever for Pep. I mean, yes, he has improved a little bit. Runners up twice in the last 3 years, but that is still not good enough. It is still not good enough. For me, what we at now? That's 5 years. 5 years at Manchester City. We won the second division title, the first division title. We won the Premier League at the first time of asking. Runners up. So for me, it's been really remarkable. AI Chelsea, give them credit where it's due. They AI is stuck on 4-4-2 now, all AI, but Chelsea continue. Just cast your mind back. Who used to be the big bogey team? It was always Tottenham, my old team, of course. But Chelsea are the team. They only finished 3 points off. And if I show you, there you see the last 5 seasons that I've been Man City, they finished 4th, 4th, 2nd. So credit where it's due. And before that, I was in charge. So there you see, absolutely remarkable. So let's talk about the international side of things. Nothing major. I'm Holland, and we are. The fuck's happening? And we are looking very good indeed for World Cup 21-50 qualification. The group looks like that. Yeah, we're looking good, aren't we? We are certainly looking good. Forget where Pep is. Pep is Sweden. And if our memory serves me, he is looking promising as well. I would fancy Pep to do it. And Ian, who is England, are the current World Cup champions, World Cup holders. They're already at the World Cup. So all 3 of us, touch wood, should be at the World Cup. So I will leave Holland after the World Cup either way, because it was just, dapple. It's like a part-time job. Dapple my feet in the old fucking international scene. And, take nothing away from Pep, because I think he deserves a mention on the international scene. Last season, of course, he won the Euros, and I think he deserves a lot of credit there. Just to remind you there, Ian wasn't England when Pepe beat them. Ian was actually Germany, and he outs Germany as well. So credit where it's due to Pep indeed. And I think he was looking to leave, but I think it's the right thing to do to stay at Sweden. And he's got no pressure. He hasn't got a strong squad, and I wish him all the luck. But clearly, I want Holland to do well. A little bugbear of mine when I'm an international manager is, I know it sounds like retarded, but it's seeing all these fucking players that are lit up. I don't like it. And that is it, guys. That is the 3-man game. That is the update. We carry on for another season. It's crazy. I don't think we've got any deals in the pipeline. I haven't. Pep has. So he's got Nikolic arriving. He's not too bad. Solari. He's not bad. I think he needs a bit of time in the resis. Let's see what Ian's got coming. He's got 3 players arriving. So Camden. I'm not sure about that guy, Camden. Roach Jr. Again, actually, I think there's a lot of potential with this guy, because I think I don't look the bollocks, but if that's who I think it is, he's a regen, and I'm going by his position here and his nationality and his preferred foot. Defender, attacking midfielder, right, left, and I would imagine that's what Ian's thinking as well. But if he reaches the potential of what I think he's got, if it's the regen I'm thinking, I can't remember who his original pre-gen is, he could be a great player. And Piera, I don't like a defender with positioning that low unless he's going to play him at fullback. So yeah, he might do good. He might do all right. And he's obviously got a few players leaving as well. And we ain't got anybody coming. So that's it from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Nice little update for you. Till next time from me, guys. Take it easy.